Hi, my name is Courtney, aka Coco. All right, so let's get into today's topic on mindset shifting because I really feel like this is an important subject to get into with everything going on in today's world. So, before I get started, this is by no means medical advice. Please seek professional medical advice from your healthcare provider if you do need any assistance or have any questions about medical care or your healthcare treatments. Okay, now that that's there, I wanted to discuss the significance of mindset shifting, not a self-help way, but more of a transformative human experience. How you can literally align your life's aspirations to this mindset shifts to help to transform your life and literally align yourself to your goals and receive everything that you have ever dreamt of or envisioned, I'd like to say. So I will say I have been tapping more into my spirituality a lot lately, but I don't push too much of that on anyone. It's just one of those things that helps me be able to just flow with the energy and communicate in ways that I don't feel stuck to do. So just let me flow and let me speak, because sometimes I tend to ramble a little bit, but I'll try to keep it as concise as possible with each technique that I'll discuss. So one of the first things that I did during my mindset shift journey is I envisioned my goals. And I know that is one of the basic things a lot of people say is just have the vision and you can go for it. But it's really about getting clear on that vision, because I am a multi-passionate type of person and I like a lot of different things. So it is kind of hard to refine that. But honestly, I think there is a way to do that to where you can kind of incorporate multiple things and still feel liberated in your art and expression, rather than having to feel like you're having to be like a market puppet, if that makes sense. I had to make sure that that was one of the things that I had aligned going into the wellness space, especially, and making sure that I'm focused more on community building, mindset, and intentional living. I had to like really align myself to get that clear niche. And it was hard because really you have to do a lot of deep diving with that unless you are very clear and focused on one set goal. For me, creative expression is a very intimate process, and I like to create with love and care, but I do know there's a part of that love and care that you have to give up in order to really thrive, but also have your work appreciated by others. It's just one of those things that I had to learn to let go, but that was a mindset shift change as well. So setting the vision early on what your focused goals are and working towards that and finding it as clearly as possible, because having a clear vision is essential. Right now is such an interesting time. I really feel like some of us are losing a sense of self or a sense of control of our own mindset. I think that has a lot to do with the stress levels that a lot of people are going through and things of that nature. But I wanted to mention that, well, first of all, a lot of the ways that we move every day are based off things that we've observed and learned along the way, these patterns and everything that we've learned from other humans. And I think we're in a really exciting time now where we have a lot of resources available to us, a lot of technology around us, a lot of things around us to help really just shift our mindset. We know how to use it for our better good. When we do this, we open the doors to possibilities that we've never seen before, and we can take back our sense of self and I guess a sense of control for ourselves. So mindset shifting is essentially just a way to unlock those opportunities and align your goals and actions with that vision. Then once you align your mind and body, you want to set your intentions for your goals. I really find that this is super imperative because, I find that we are dreamers and we are people that are full of hope and love, can be, right? We just have to find that balance within and also kind of seek within what our truth is. We don't want it to be fear-based. I like to set intentions and goals to be aligned with my values, beliefs, but also how I move. So that way I'm aligned through and through. It's important to know the why behind a decision as well. And it also gives yourself a sense of integrity, a sense of trust also with yourself that you'll fulfill the needs that you're future self is asking you to do now. So you're almost like giving yourself this promise, if you will, a letter to yourself that I'm going to do this. I'm setting this intention, this goal to do this in the near future, in the future, whatever have you. But you have this quantitative and then qualitative measure to set an accountability system for yourself too. So definitely setting your intentions is key to aligning to your goals and shifting your mindset. Last tip I have here is just to pivot and adjust, but embrace that flexibility. You know, I know sometimes it's hard to adapt to new settings. I was used to it. I have moved around a lot. I was in the military. So I moved around a lot, and I know it can be a lot to pick up and start over. It's really stressful for a lot of people. I mean, it was stressful for me in the past, but I think when we're kind of forced to put ourselves in these situations, we grow stronger, but also more resilient. And we learn that we can adapt to any situation and not just survive, girl, but thrive, or boy. But we understand that it is time to move with the change rather than resist it and fight it, because the more we do that, girl, it gets complicated. I don't want that. So sometimes we hesitate to change direction because we fear we may make a mistake. But we don't know what we don't know is one of my favorite quotes from Joe Dispenza. So we just don't know what we don't know. And I think we just gotta let that go and understand that it's okay to not know, but being fear-based about it isn't really valuable, nor is it really productive or helpful for anybody. So I think moving with a positive intention when you adapt into these new spaces and pivot in the direction you need to make the change that you want, you just gotta, be strong about it and just keep at it and trust the process, if you will. Mindset work is just a wonderful investment in yourself, for your sense of self. Develop yourself to learn yourself again, to treat yourself and your future self, right? It's about being true to who you are and who you want to become, essentially. It's not always clear what that looks like, and I would hope that you accept how it looks regardless, and not put too much pressure on yourself, because you never know how great it could be, right? Like, I always choose optimism when it comes to the future, because why not? Like, I want things to be well, and I think when we shift our mindsets with that, things can be fine. And I know some people are like, oh girl, you are just being so positive, and I love that very much, but let's be realistic. Ask yourself what reality you're living in when you don't accept positivity in your life daily. Really sit with yourself with that and ask yourself that moving forward, because that is really the way that you dig deep and you realize, like, is this the reality that I want, or do I want something else? Am I happy where I'm at, or do I want a change? And if I want to change, what do I need to do to get that change today, or work towards that change starting today? Because you can work on that change starting today. You just have to want it. But you also, to be fair, have to find the resources to get there quicker. That could be a challenge, but it takes some strategy, but it's possible, and you can get there if you shift your mindset. So that is key. I will mention these are ways that I have actually changed the trajectory of my life just in a little bit under a year, really. And I mean, it's been a long time coming because the journey is long sometimes. It's the way it is, but it's never ending. And I wouldn't want to cut it short. I mean, knock on wood. Anyway, I hope this message inspired you to achieve your goals and to take ownership of your mind and your life and your sense of self, and do yourself a duty and a due diligence to achieve your wildest dreams and your goals and accomplish all the things that you ever wanted to, because it's possible. It's freaking possible. And I get so mad when I see people distraught or discouraged because they feel like it's either too late or they don't have enough time, money, resources. I don't know. We have to collectively find a way to shift our mindsets and develop the change that we want to see, because it starts there. It starts within. All right. I love you guys so much. And if you love this video as well, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.